All right, everybody, welcome out to the Log Room Guys Craft Beer Show. It is Tuesday, December the 20th, 2022. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, is none other than Mr. Santa Samurai, or the Beer Santarai, or what do you want to call yourself tonight?
Beer Samurai?
Beer Samurai. Okay. So you're sticking with the normal one.
Just wearing a hat.
I was looking at the hat, the scarf, and the sweater, and the lights, and the tree, and the camera, and the action.
Yeah, it's just a holiday spirit, you know?
All right.
Remember.
All right.
It's just because remember, it's the most wonderful time for a beer.
What are you doing?
Caroling. What do you think I'm doing? There's a Christmas tree behind me. I'm caroling.
Why are you caroling right now?
Let's go caroling day.
Oh, happy Go Caroling Day, everybody.
Yes.
Happy Go Caroling Day. All right.
So I got my book of carols.
All right. Are there any Susies in there? Or?
No, Carol O'Connor.
Shirley?
Carol, no.
Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett's in there.
Yeah, Carol Burnett. Yeah. What did she do with her nose? So, no, this is one of my favorites. Have yourself a yeasty Belgian wit beer.
Oh.
May your ale be white. If in this style the cardamom gives the bite. I like that one.
There you go. That's a nice one. That's an oldie but a goodie.
That's a good. And
we've lost a viewer already, by the way.
Yeah, I can imagine. Their ears are probably bleeding.
While you sing another one, I'm gonna enjoy some peppermint bark while you.
You do that. I've got some peppermint bark somewhere, but I'm saving that. How about here we go? You'll like this one.
Go for it.
Do you want a dark beer?
Yes. Yes, I want a dark beer.
A stout, pouring on nitro, its head as white as the snow. With its head as white as the snow. Okay. Yes, this is why we have to practice, I think.
We should have rehearsed.
We should have rehearsed that. But yeah, so
it's very good.
Is it the where's it from?
It's the Ghirardelli.
The Ghirardelli. Oh, that stuff. Yes, I've got the stuff from William and Sonoma. I think I got that from a vendor at work. At any rate,
so I got one for you.
Yeah.
Have a happy, jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year.
Ah.
I don't know if there'll be snow, but grab a mug of beer. Yep.
Oh, I've got a pint of beer.
All right, grab a pint of beer then. All right.
As long as it's one syllable, right?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Ooh.
We have a comment already. Mark McAteer. Thanks for the coastal shirt, John. You got it, Mark. Enjoy. Hope you like a quarter too. Cheers. Enjoy. On that note,
do you want a dark? Oh, never mind.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, you're going to drink a dark beer. I'm not.
I am drinking a dark beer.
Right. Why don't we, before we talk about the beers we're drinking?
Oh yeah, we had something came up on Facebook today. We need to discuss.
But I think we should bring our guest on right now and discuss it with him because I want to ask him his opinion based on his state. We'll get to that in a second.
Well, yeah, because it's a Jersey thing, but we can bring him on, talk about it, and then afterwards see where that goes for him.
Exactly. All right, please welcome to the show, favorite guest of the show. It's one of mine. I know that. I'm sure it's one of yours. Antonio Alacron.
Oh!
There's Santa Claus.
Santa Claus tonight. Right, there you go.
I'm only drinking one beer tonight.
You're only drinking one. Oh, yeah, just one.
Nice. I like it. I like this man's style.
Gotcha.
And that's one of the best Santa outfits I've ever seen.
That's awesome. What was that? What was that movie? I forget. The Pacific Coast College or something. It was like the coach walks up to a frat party, and the kid's outside. He's holding a keg, and he's drinking. I don't know how the hell he was doing it. I forget. But he's drinking out of the keg, and the coach says, "Watch that! You got a game tomorrow." He says, "No, coach. I'm just gonna have this one beer. That's it."
That's it. So what's in your hand there, Tony?
Yeah, what are you drinking, Tony?
Don't stand by.
Hans Pils. There we go.
Hans Pils.
There you go.
There you go. And it's Hans Pils. I mean, Hans.
Right. In the lore of Hans Pils, Hans Gruber comes up quite a bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there you go. And I'm wearing the shirt. The was it the souvenir shirt from that party? You know, so
Right, it started off red, but there was just so much blood everywhere. All the shirts. It started off white.
but all the shirts were red.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
yeah, they became red after all the.
Ironically, this part of the white stayed. I don't, so
Well, it was an off-white.
Off-white.
Yeah, that was a blazing white.
That was definitely the best Christmas party, hands down.
Hands went way down.
Hands down, hands down. What do you call it?
Hands down.
Hands down.
But oh, geez, can I lose a scarf now?
Please do.
Now we've done the caroling bit.
Yeah, now you can take it off. You're gonna, but just don't ask if you can take the sweater off.
No, the sweater's coming off too. Maybe I'll do it off camera because the last time
Yeah,
I pulled the sweater.
have another beer too.
Yeah, have another beer too. Get really hot and then take it off.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So, what are you drinking right now, Samurai?
Oh, well, this was mentioned on our last show when we talked about our favorite Christmas beers, and it was the one. Remember, I had 3 Christmas beers, 3 favorite Christmas beers. I drank 2 of them on the show last week. The third one, boom, there's the puppy.
Yes,
there it is.
Yeah, this one's going to age well. Oh, this is this year's.
Okay.
Right at my feet right now, and I use it as a footrest. I've got a cooler full going back to. God, I forget how far back that goes. I think it goes in the single-digit 20s. And one of these days, I'll start going. You know what? I always forget. I am so bad with remembering numbers. It's pathetic.
We don't do math on the show.
There's that. Okay. And I was a history major, so almost all of my my essays were like somewhere around the mid 19th century because I couldn't remember dates. I don't remember numbers. It's just
there you go.
There's a hole in my head that just didn't do that.
But
this one's going to age well. It's got you could tell it's young, and usually when they start off tasting young, after a couple of years of age, then they start to mellow out, and everything coalesces, and they become quite beautiful.
I've gotten up to about, and I have a couple bottles of each. I've gotten up to a 4-year vertical now, back up to a 4-year vertical.
Yeah.
But I do have a 6-year-old Magnum of it. So
yes.
Ooh.
And one of these days we'll have to put your vertical and my vertical together. And let me rephrase that because there is
yeah, let's not do that.
Yes, not do that. Moving on. No, but the ones I found that the Anchor Christmas beers that are very highly drinkable and enjoyable the first year, those are the ones that I don't think those age as well. It's the ones that at the beginning you taste that there's a little bit of harshness to it, and once that all starts to mellow out,
it's so good.
Then it becomes so damn good.
So good.
Chocolate notes come out of it. But this one's going to be a lovely, lovely one.
This one, I went with the pills, not a Hans pills, but
did you go with the solo pills?
I went with solo pills. Yeah, no, I went with a Hans solo. I get I see where you went there.
My socks match.
It's
my socks match the sweater. Let's see.
Look at that, they do. Mine don't.
Mine don't either.
Mine is actually a brand new pills. Not even out yet. It'll be available tomorrow at Icarus Brewing in Icarus Brewing in Lakewood, New Jersey, and available in distro next Monday. So that'll be the 26th, and that would be ounces of coastal feathers.
There's a word coastal in there for some reason.
Ounces of coastal feathers. Yes, that's because it's a collaboration with.
Those boneheads. I know those guys.
Those guys, right? So
I know those guys.
It's a New Zealand-inspired pilsner. It's so damn tasty. It's actually we canned it today, which is one of the reasons why we're so late. But we canned it today, and this is probably the third one I've had today. So, cheers!
Cheers!
So good. Such a good beer. All right. So, you have a bone to pick, Dave. I've heard that you have a bone.
Well, first, here they are canning the beer.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do have a bone to pick. A Facebook post came out from Departed Souls Brewing. They're here in Jersey City. They've done a collab with Two Ton Brewing.
Two Ton Brewing in Kenilworth.
In Kenilworth, New Jersey.
Yep.
And for those of you who know geography of New Jersey, take note here. Jersey City, Kenilworth.
Almost east to west.
Almost even, yeah.
Almost even.
Almost. Kenilworth's a little further south, but
A little south, not much. A little bit.
Yeah. They're just below Clark. Them's good eatings, Clark. Any rate.
Save me the neck, Clark.
Yeah, saving the neck, Clark. And I love the fact that one year on the New Jersey Turnpike during COVID, that exit is Clark and Linden, I think.
Clark and
Rahway.
Clark and Rahway.
Someone had taken
Kenilworth and Jersey City. The north end of Kenilworth and the south end of Jersey City are east-west. Yeah. Exactly.
But on this sign that said Clark and Rahway, someone had covered up Rahway with a big sign to try to match the street sign that said Griswold. So the exit said Clark Griswold.
Griswold, there you go.
It was awesome. And because it was COVID, it took them a little time to get to it, to take it down. But it made its rounds on Facebook. But back to why we're talking about Kenilworth and Jersey City.
Please get back to that. That's
these two breweries have declared through science they didn't show their work whatsoever. There's no report. There's nothing to this Journal of Science, but they have declared through the science of brewing that Central Jersey does not exist. Now, having grown up in Central Jersey, I've taken some umbrage to this. When we were young, so long ago.
So a couple years ago.
Yeah, about 2.5. If you're in Central Jersey, you knew you were in Central Jersey if you got both Philadelphia and New York radio and TV stations, which we did. The New Jersey Department of Game and Wildlife, they recognize 3 hunting and fishing zones in New Jersey: North, Central, and South. Right, so they've identified it. Governor Murphy, who I really don't like agreeing with, because I disagree with him most of the time, he has declared there's a Central Jersey because he grew up in Central Jersey. As a matter of fact, he grew up in Middletown, New Jersey, which is in Central Jersey. I mean, you can't be more specific. Middletown is the middle of New Jersey, Central Jersey. And Jon Stewart himself came out with a ruling that Central Jersey does indeed exist.
And who's going to argue with Jon Stewart?
I'm not going to argue with Jon Stewart. Love that man. But and then there's the whole pork roll Taylor ham argument. People in Central Jersey just didn't really care. It's a yummy breakfast meat that we're going to have with salt, pepper, ketchup, or SPK, as most people call it.
SPK is not an acronym. It's a word.
It's a word.
SPK.
Because salt, pepper, ketchup.
It's got 3 syllables.
Salt, pepper, ketchup is one word.
Right.
And it's for some reason that sandwich you can't have it. If you want salt, pepper, ketchup, you get all 3 together. You can't have just 2 or 1 of those things. You must have all 3. This is the way it works. These are the rules here. I don't make them up. We just abide by them. And the thing is, the geography of where Kenilworth and Jersey City is important because they're both in northern Jersey. So the way I look at this, and I've always felt this about living in Central Jersey, is everybody in North Jersey. Anybody that's south, and they just call South Jersey because they're too lazy to recognize Central Jersey. And everyone in South Jersey does the same, calls everybody above Route 70 from North Jersey because they're too lazy to make that delineation and they don't want to be bothered with it. So 2 breweries from North Jersey declaring there's no Central Jersey. No. No, if it was one from North and one from South, might have some traction, but no, I completely disagree.
This is a subject, by the way, for those of you listening, it's very near and dear to Dave's heart. Hence his aggravation with this particular research.
It's
anything like East Virginia.
East Virginia, West Carolina.
Actually, historically speaking, there was an East Jersey and a West Jersey.
I believe that.
There was a time where it was split east and west. Right. Burlington was the capital of West Jersey. Right, and I think Newark was the capital of East Jersey or something. I forget what the capital of East Jersey was, but I know that Burlington was the capital of West Jersey.
Well, what's funny to me is this, and all of the back and forth with North Jersey, South Jersey, Central Jersey. There used to be an East Jersey. There used to be a West Jersey. All right. Tony's sitting there in Texas.
No, he's not in Texas.
I'm in Texas.
He's in far west Texas.
Well, yeah, but I'm
just specific.
I'm not getting into the specifics right now of Texas. We'll get there, but I'm just saying he's sitting there in Texas. Okay, if you take New Jersey and you place it in Texas, it maybe covers 1 county.
Maybe. It might actually maybe one. What do they call a big stretch of land where they keep cattle? What is that?
Ranch.
A ranch?
A ranch. Yeah, it may cover one ranch.
One ranch, right? But yet, north, south, central. Yeah. So So my point is,
people around here say this county, the county I live in, is the largest in Texas.
right?
And they say it's bigger than Connecticut. Are you bigger than Connecticut?
New Jersey's bigger than Connecticut.
A little bit.
Slight.
So you're bigger than you get 2 counties in Texas.
You got 2 counties in
We
Texas?
get two counties.
No,
No,
so you're at least bigger than like 1 county. You might get 2 or 3.
Gotcha. Fair enough. So think about that. Think about two counties in Texas saying, there's 5 different sections of those 2 counties, so back and forth, and having that much of a difference between them. That's all. So I just, look at the bigger picture when it comes to that.
We're quite a bit bigger than Connecticut. We're 8,700 square miles. They're only 5,500 square miles.
Okay, so
did you just look it up, or did you know that?
No, I just looked it up. I remember. I can't remember numbers.
I was going to say, there's no way he remembered that.
No.
He could have read it. He could have read that an hour ago, and he wouldn't have remembered it.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago, it'd be gone.
Anyway, so all right, that's the point. You're in far West Texas. Are there arguments in Texas about East Texas, West Texas, North, South, Central Texas,
And far West Texas?
And far West, is there anything like that?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And but for the most part, they're all pretty clearly defined.
Mm-hmm.
But there's the hill country. It's in the center region of Texas, and there are places on the outer fringes of that claim to be, hill country, but maybe they're not really in the hill country.
Gotcha.
It's good for marketing. But there is West Texas, but West Texas is a lot of Amarillo's in West Texas, and that's in the farthest north part of Texas, up to the Panhandle.
Okay.
And
they consider that West.
Lubbock and yeah, I mean they are in the west part of Texas, but then so where we're at is far West Texas.
But isn't
Southwest Texas, which is even further east than we are.
But is it North Texas University up there somewhere?
North Texas University is in Denton, up north of DFW.
North of Dallas-Fort Worth.
North of Dallas.
North Texas is further south and east than West Texas.
West Texas.
I mean, someone just went.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Perfect.
Nice.
It's all about where you're standing, about where everything is. But I like the far west part of it.
Well, that's absolutely true. If you're standing at the South Pole, everything's north.
So it's true if you're in El Paso that you're closer to Los Angeles than you are to Dallas.
Ah, right.
If you're in El Paso, you're closer to LA than you are to Dallas. Yeah.
I think or at least Texarkana, maybe a little further, but you're a long ways away. It's closer to LA than it is the other side of Texas.
Than other parts of Texas.
It's definitely closer to LA than Houston.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's on a whole different planet, isn't it?
Houston's like an hour away from Houston, though. Well, not make that joke up. That's
Fair enough.
People say here.
Fair enough. So, all right. So, just for Clay, what do you got there?
Bosque Brewing.
Bosque Brewing. What is it? Another Pils?
Here's their Bosque Lager. It's from, I got this in Las Cruces, but I think they're from the main breweries in Albuquerque. But this is their silver GABF Silver Award winning.
Very nice.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, 2016 silver. It's a German-inspired lager, so it's like Hans, another German lager. So,
Nice.
Fair enough.
Oh, that sweater didn't last long.
There you go. You didn't even get through one beer and you took it off. Look at that.
Yeah, it gets warm in here very quickly when you're decked out that way.
Gotcha.
I don't really have a fire going. These are just candles.
Deck the samurai with a Star Wars sweater.
What's the temperature out there right now?
Right now, it was a really nice day today. It was in the low 70s, and it has been pretty mild and beautiful. But in about 2 days, it's going to get down to the teens, if not into the single digits.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that Arctic blast is coming straight down. It's coming this way too. So yeah. It's going to be in the 40s on Thursday and Friday and raining. And then Friday night, it's going down to the teens or single digits here too. So hopefully that water from the rain is dried up before the temperature plummets. Otherwise
it's gonna be ice.
we'll be ice skating everywhere on Saturday. Yeah. So anyway,
there we go.
Now we're comfortable. Now you're comfortable. I'm still what I was wearing, so I'm good.
Oh.
Anyway,
and John is so used to wearing a hat all the time; it doesn't matter for him.
It's fine.
I breathe through my head. I think sometimes.
I think you do. What do they? You breathe through
the top of my head.
What was that? Yeah, you breathe through. We all breathe through our head.
Oh, you mean the
lava
lizards of
Galapagos, right? Yeah, from Bull Durham. Yeah. The lava lizards of the Galapagos. Anyway,
his parietal eye is blocked.
Something like that. Exactly. All right. So, just to let everybody know, this report, if you will, that came out about Central Jersey not existing.
I'm not all that bent about this because
it was a joke, and it was basically to promote the beer that they brewed, the collab beer that they brewed. So, but we couldn't. Dave couldn't let it go by without bringing up the info that he is near and dear to his heart. So there we go. So
what is that? And also, it's a shout out to the Bar of the Souls. Shout out to Two Ton.
Sure, absolutely.
We've had the Barbier brothers on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't had Bryan Cichon on yet.
We have not.
So
I mean, I think I can see his house from here.
You probably could.
They're like right down that way.
You probably could.
I just got to skip over Hoboken, and there I am.
There you go. All right. All right. So it's no secret that it's Christmas week, and this is our annual Christmas week show.
Oh shit! I got to start shopping.
You haven't started it yet.
Oh god damn!
Right. Do that.
There you go. So now, obviously, us, Dave and I were used to Christmas in the Northeast, right? The holidays in the Northeast. I'm really curious to find out what Christmas is like in Far West Texas.
Well, a bunch of those photos I sent you are kind of what we'll be doing on Thursday.
Right. So I'm actually going to start talking about it. I downloaded them all. I'm going to start pulling a couple of them in right now.
Well, there's no trees, right? So I sent you the Ocotillo. That's the tallest thing around.
And that is absolutely beautiful. I just love what you guys did with this.
It is quite a sight, man.
That is something else. Of course, your photography is always wonderful and enhances anything that we're looking at. I get the feeling that if I ever come out there, I'm going to look around going, this isn't as wonderful as he made it look.
See, that's I always try to edit them in a way that makes it feel like it actually feels like standing.
I'm just going to start putting some of these up. They're not in order because of the numbers that they were, but I'll try to do my best what they were. So I'll throw one up, and you just start telling me what it's about. There we go.
All right. So about I guess 2 weeks ago now, I was the official bad Santa at Austin Beer Works, and got to have a good time with everybody.
There you go.
My girlfriend Jen made this poster. We took these photos out in the street in front of her house, and then photoshopped it to make a flyer for the thing the next day.
Nice.
Good collab work right there.
Very nice. Very nice. Then we got this one. I think was the next one you said.
There it is.
So that's about the closest thing we're gonna get to a Christmas tree out here. That's an ocotillo. That is one of the native plants of the Chihuahuan Desert. It's actually an indicator plant. So when you start seeing those plants, you're in the Chihuahuan Desert.
Oh, there you go. Right.
When I first saw this photo when you sent it to me, I thought you had set a bush on fire and it was going to give you some commandments.
We do shit like that too, but this is.
There you go. Then we got this one.
All right, this is back to Austin Beer Works. This is my accomplice. This is Wiley.
Wiley's got some legs.
A group called Team Super Awesome. They don't race bicycles, but they sure do cause a lot of trouble.
Right?
Yeah. It's not often you see a guy in a skirt with a Bowie knife strapped to it.
People kept asking if he was Mrs. Claus. He said, "No, I'm Horny the Elf."
Yeah, I wonder if Horny the Elf is related to Touchy the Clown. I met Touchy the Clown at Hunapoo. I'll have to give you that picture one day, John, to put up. But yeah.
Touchy the Clown.
Yeah, Touchy the Clown.
Oh, lovely.
Santa Suffers getting a beer at the bar.
There you go. Then we got this one.
All right. Well, this is this is in Mexico. This is my favorite bar over there. The only bar in that little town. But at the end of the day, when you're done with Santa work, Santa goes and gets a tecate.
That's a Tecate.
Yeah, have a Tecate, yeah.
Recognize that.
Miguel, the bartender, my good friend over there, took that photo for me.
Now, how far is this from your house in Terlingua?
It takes about an hour drive, and then you got to walk down to the river, take a boat across, and then you have to ride a burro or a truck into town. And I don't know, it takes about probably an hour and a half to get there, but it's the best Mexican food in about a 100-mile radius, and some of the nicest people around, and they're real happy to see you, and sure are always gonna show you a good time. So
nice, very nice.
And they've got darts.
They do.
And they've got darts.
They got darts.
There's a couple pool tables off in the distance too.
Oh, nice.
That's very nice. Absolutely.
Matter of fact, this is the first bar I ever went to in Mexico when I was I was 17 years old at the time. And this is the first place I ever took a shot of what I thought was tequila, but it could have been Sotol.
Oh.
And the first time I ever played pool in a real bar in my whole life.
There you go.
I have
17, that was about 5 years ago, right, Tony?
This is called the Park Bar right here.
It's called the what?
The Park Bar in
Park
Bar. In Coahuila, Mexico.
Nice. So then we got this one.
The Santa Selfie. A bunch of the kids from town. That's what we'll be doing on Thursday. We're taking people over here, put together gift packages for all the kids in this little town. And we're going to take them down to the Rio, get them across the river, take them into town on a bunch of trucks and burros and horses, and then we'll hand out gifts to every kid in that town, and even the ones that or just happen to be there visiting family that time. That's what I get to do.
Nice.
That's awesome. I love that.
A good friend of mine, Marcos, started this about 20 years ago after they closed the border down after 9/11, and he thought it sucked that these kids wouldn't have a Christmas because they depend a lot on American tourists for the livelihood of this town.
Right.
And so he paddled his canoe down, and it was illegal to go to Mexico at the time, but it didn't stop him from doing it. And he delivered gifts dressed like Santa, and he kept it rolling for many, many years. And after he retired, somebody else took the suit. And then now I've been honored by picking that up myself. So
Very nice.
I get to do Santa on Thursday, and I'm really looking forward to it.
That's awesome. Take some pictures when you go down there and do it. We'll post them too. Definitely. Absolutely. We got this one here. Oh,
this was the Austin Beer Works thing. Was also they make a Russian Imperial Stout called Sputnik. Big anticipated release every year. So that was the party that Santa got to be at. But anyway, it's you show up at like 11 o'clock in the morning and everybody's drinking this 8.5% beer and eating donuts like it's nothing, and then a couple hours later it starts getting out of hand. So I didn't.
A stout.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You can put that in comment. This is okay. So this is Doug.
Just looking at that really quick, not looking too closely at him. Really quick, just a quick glance. Almost looks like Rick Reed.
I was thinking the same damn thing. He does look like Rick Reed.
Well, Doug looks a lot more like Santa Claus than I do. He's the guy that wore the suit in between Marcos and I.
Whose van is that? Is either of you own the van in the background there?
That is that mountain range you see in the background is in Mexico. That's the Sierra del Carmen, and that is the range that overlooks the town of Boquillas.
Oh, I was asking about the van.
Oh, the van? No, that's just some camper. Somebody in the
had nothing to do with either of you.
Well, because I want to get.
I wish I had a van that cool.
Yeah, I want one of those. Yeah, those I would be all over the damn country if I had one of those.
$150,000. I know where to get one.
There you go. All right.
How much you say? 100 grand?
150. One like that? Oh
yeah.
Man, that is not somebody who is van lifing. That's somebody who also has a $500,000 home somewhere.
Yeah, because that's got a bathroom in it, a queen size bed. Somehow they fit them in there, and it's got a kitchenette in it.
There you go.
Trust me, I've looked at them.
Okay, so this is a great one. This is one of my favorite shots of any of this. This is Marcos paddling a canoe full of presents down the Rio Grande, where we'll land, and you can see the same mountain range back there in the background.
Yeah.
That kind of the tallest little. They call it. What do they call it? La Punta? No.
Really? They call it that, do they?
Really?
No. El Pico. Pico. El Pico.
El Pico.
Anyway, that's the tallest point in that range. But anyway, this is Marcos paddling down the river. He's got that canoe is full of gifts. This guy is one of the most incredible and interesting characters I've ever met out here, and he's taught me a lot. It's really an honor to do this thing that I do as Santa, but it's really cool to get to follow in his footsteps for what he set forth. So that's not a real high quality shot I sent you right there, but it's pretty.
You get the idea.
I have a really nice version of that photo too. But yes, that's Marcos paddling down the Rio Grande with presents for kids.
Nice.
Cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Then here's you giving out presents.
Yeah, this is us handing them out. The lady on the left is Coco. She's the one that put together. She's a teacher at Fort Stockton, and she puts together all the gifts and gets her students to help wrap them and put all the names on them and everything. It's a really cool community effort out here.
Nice. Then we got another picture of you in front of Austin Beer Works.
Okay. Yeah,
with Horny the Elf.
Yes.
All right. Keep flipping.
I'm going.
All right, that's my daughter as one of the helpers one year, and we've got the boxes we have are actually full of hams. That year we took every family in that town a ham too for Christmas.
Nice.
So that was a heck of a canoe to paddle, I'll tell you.
With the hams in it, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's got a lot of weird weight in the middle of it. So
that's great. And finally, we have.
All right, Gangsta Boo made me do it.
Hey, look,
you don't know Gangsta Boo? I don't even want to be friends with you.
Rhymes. And you've
got
got
Boo made me do it.
You got a
Get
kid.
some of that 3-6 coffee in you. It's good for you.
That's great. That's great. All right. So we'll. That was our slideshow for this evening. And every time Tony comes on, he's always got some great pictures to share with us.
That's a little slice of what what the Christmas is like on the Frontera. There's a lot of I don't know. I think people celebrate it kind of the same, but not really because it's harder to get shit out here. Everything's a little more special, and the food is not great year round, but there's always some really good meals to be had with friends this time of year. Everybody gets to eat, so we all put our resources together and have some really great gatherings. And it's one of I don't really love Christmas. It's been a stressful time of year in a lot of other ways, but out here I really dig it. It's super laid back.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Awesome. So, just a little sample of what Christmas is like in Far West Texas for any of you. That, thinking of like a white Christmas and everything else, which is, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful thing, but not a lot of snow in Far West Texas.
Not a lot of snow here.
The past couple years, it's snowed a little bit.
There you go. Well, I mean, it could snow this one. You're going down to the teens of the single digits in a couple of days for with this. So I mean, it could very well snow this year. But
our precipitation is going to hit before the cold snap hits. So
we're the only thing we'll get is just whatever water is left. Standing water is left is going to freeze. That sucks. So, but anyway, all right, Dave, you want to do a second beer? What do you got?
Oh yeah, I've on to now. If people who watch the show know that John and I were out at Montauk, a couple months ago.
A couple months ago, yeah. In fact, a couple months ago in 2 days, exactly, because it was the 22nd.
So when we were there, we grabbed a few things, and so I've got this is the Brew Barn series, Montauk. This is the Big Dog Double. It's a double IPA. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna. It's the same exact ABV as the Anchor. So staying steady there at 7.2.
There you go.
So, and I love the sound of a bottle cap hitting the floor.
Oh, it's awesome.
Gotta love it. Yeah. I don't know what I like more, the of a can or the clink, clink, clink of a bottle cap.
I like them both about the same.
Yeah, right?
Out here they say that the of a can, that's the mating call of a river gat.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You hear that in the dark at night, you know what's up.
I love it.
But this thing is nice rocky head.
The odds are good, but the goods are odd, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get a beer head mustache out of this thing.
A beer head mustache.
Yeah. Love it. What are you drinking there?
I got the Bad Santa.
Bad Santa. That's a damn good beer.
That's from Spotted Dog. It's in Mesilla.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good beer. It would have been a good beer for our top threes that are coming up later. If one of your top 3 Christmas movies is Bad Santa, that's a beer you could definitely pair with it. To what?
And you just took the only one I had.
Well, he didn't take it. He gave it to you. He gave it to you. He's leaving it for you. You spoiled it, Dave. Stop.
He's not even. We're probably
I
gonna.
actually had one.
No.
You still have it.
I know. So you can use it. You can switch it up a little bit. Your representation of that particular pairing will be much better than Dave's. I guarantee it. So it's fine.
And what type of beer are we talking here? What do you got there in your hand there, Tony?
It's an Imperial Red Ale. I think
nice.
it's Imperial Red.
Oh, that looks darker than a red.
It's an Irish red, which is arguably like not even really a real beer style.
Right.
But I mean, it is now, but it's not like it's not a historically
accurate beer style, right? Of course not.
Right. But this is like the Imperial Red, like the Velvet Hammer we talk about a lot.
Right.
I wrote my little song about same style. That's why I'm always drawn to these Imperial Reds to see how well they stack up to one of my favorites. So.
And what does look pretty dark for an Imperial Red too.
It does look dark for a red.
Right. Well, I don't know. I'm wearing these glasses. Everything looks kind of.
And how's your mariachi song coming along? You're learning some mariachi.
Oh.
Huh?
Yo soy del mero Chihuahua, del mineral para. Y escuchen este corrido, que alegre vengo a cantar, que bonito es Chihuahua.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Right, you gotta wait for the rest of it.
That's Mexican opera right there.
Mexican opera. They gotta love it. Gotta love it. Speaking of red, well, my can is red. Excuse me.
It actually is pretty.
What did you not bring the toilet paper home for?
Yeah, I didn't. My can is. My can is red. No, I had one on the show earlier than I normally drink the beer at all, but I have to have one this week. You know I always do. So that's right there. Right there. Sierra Nevada celebration. I'm sorry. I love Sierra Nevada. Love you guys. You know I do. This beer belongs in the bottle. Bottle.
But you can't shotgun it in a bottle.
Yeah, you can.
Well, you can. Doink, and then,
that's a strawpedo. That's something.
You got to Well, you got to do that so it doesn't foam out.
The twisty thing.
That's
true. The funnel, you can always.
You can do the funnel thing. That's twist.
Yeah,
you can do
that was audio too. That was.
But no, you tap the top of a bottle head, and you got to down that thing before the thing foams out of there.
Mm-hmm. So good.
I can't remember how he does it. The guy on the.
I guess that's another way to do. Agitate the beer so it foams, and you got gravity at the same time.
You got gravity at the same time.
And the vortex.
It doesn't really work in the beer this thick, but if you spin it just right, it creates a vortex, and then it just like funnel drains into your mouth.
I will. I anytime. I mean, since it's probably about 4, maybe 5 years ago now, but ever since this happened, anytime I think about shotgunning a beer, other than you breaking the can with your finger and shotgunning beers, because that's the first thing that comes to my mind lately. But I was at a beer fest, and after one of the sessions, 2 of the guys decided they wanted to shotgun a double IPA. Right. I wasn't involved. I was standing there. I actually took a video.
After the session.
I actually took a video of it. So I have it somewhere. I got to find it. But anyway, so the 2 of them, one guy cracked it perfectly, shotgun the whole thing perfectly. Not a drop came out of his mouth. The other guy, I don't think he got anything in his mouth. He cracked the can and everything. Like it was the guys just coming all over his face. It was hysterical. It's the funniest thing. It's funny.
I think one of the funniest can chugs I saw.
No names to protect the innocent. So.
No, I have plenty of videos of people doing it really great and really poorly, and like it doesn't matter. I think at the end of it, it doesn't even matter if you don't drink the beer as long as you're having fun, you know.
Exactly. Well, that's it. You just gotta have fun with it. That's all.
And people have said before, they're like, well, "You can't shotgun a good beer." And I'm like, "Well, we did. You know, we already did. And it's my beer, and I can drink it however I want. I was gonna drink the whole thing anyway." There's 100 good answers to that question.
We had Carton used to, with all their can releases, we used to do a shotgun in the base, down in the brewery, in the bottom of the brewery. And we stopped doing it after a while. When actually, I think they released a 12% beer. We all shotgunned it, and that was a really bad idea. But we did this one beer we did. I think I finished second. The brewery owner finished third. The person who finished in fifth was one of my friend's wives, and it wasn't until we were all done we realized that she didn't know that you had to actually crack the top.
So she was just sucking the beer out of the hole in the can
and finished fifth. We all congratulated him.
Him, right?
There's been once where I tried to crack it open, and I just pulled the tab completely off.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's great.
And then you got to take your knuckle and punch the top in. Hit that.
We tried to order some unopened beers at a bar in Texas. If you depending on what kind of license you have, it is illegal to sell you an unopened beer. And if they sell you a beer if they are able to sell you a beer that they don't open, it is for to go and is not to be consumed on premise. But there is some leeway in the middle there. There's some. It's all stupid. It's very complicated.
If nobody's looking leeway, is that the
right? Yeah.
So I tried to order some beers a round of beers so we could do a shotgun at the bar. And the bartender says, "Well, that's illegal." It's like, it's not illegal to shotgun a beer. It's just unopened beer so that we can shotgun them. So he's like, "Well, listen, you're not shotgunning a beer in my bar. We're
classy establishment."
Also arguing the semantics of it. So when he slid the 6 beers to us, we all pulled the beers up, pulled our knife out, and poked a hole in the bottom of it, and just break the whole thing anyway. And then we politely set them down at the bar and wiped up, what little mess we had made. And he was so mad. But what could he say?
What could he say? You were done. What were you going to do?
And you
can't do that. But we did.
No, we can do that. You're just telling us we may not do that.
Right.
Grammar. We do grammar on the show, just not math.
You're not supposed to.
Right. You're not supposed to do that here. I don't want you to do that here.
Don't stop.
Don't
stop.
No,
don't
stop. Don't stop. Right.
I really should not be chugging this Imperial Red. It's. I can already feel it.
Is it? How good is it though?
Oh, it's really good. Man, I highly recommend it. I'm glad I brought a 6-pack of it, and not just a growler fill. So,
want to put up a comment here, Tom Mulvihill, Beer Whisperer. Merry Christmas, guys. Sláinte. There you go.
Talking Irish Reds, so
Sláinte. There you go. Thanks, Tom. Merry Christmas to you too. We'll maybe we'll chat on Friday night if you're doing a couple of shows. I'll have a cocktail with you on one of your shows.
I haven't had a cocktail with him on the show in a while.
Yeah.
I think the last time I was doing a toddy because I was getting sick.
Gotcha.
And the next day, right as rain, because that's what toddies do.
I was going to drink some. We bought these little peanut butter whiskey airplane bottles at the
Screwball. Which did you buy? Just Screwball, or did you buy the sheepdog?
Yeah. Screwball.
Screwball, you what?
Gotcha. Hey, you know what? I wanted to hate this stuff.
Same.
It's good.
It's really not bad.
It's really good.
It's like I'm not making drinks out of it, but I do take a pull off.
No. We were at the Cloverleaf Tavern, and they do hot cocoa. They do a hot cocoa with the Screwball.
Hold on.
It's a homemade hot cocoa. They do the Screwball.
Did I take a picture of it?
We may have. They break up pieces. I know I did. They break up pieces of mini Reese's peanut butter cup into it, and they infuse whipped cream with peanut butter to put on top of it. This oh my goodness. This was something else.
Hang tight.
I didn't. You're going to have to jump in there and get your picture up. Oh, wait a minute. I could do this, actually. Hold on.
Where is it? I know I have it in here. No, those are all the Pfeffernuss.
You're going to go back.
I like Pfeffernuss. That's
yeah.
Oh, here it is. It's right here. I got it. I don't know if we're going to be able to see that or you want me to send it to you. There it is right there. It's a beautiful thing.
Look at that.
I have to turn this light off for it to not glare.
Look at that. Look at that, Tony. Look at that. It was Screwball peanut butter whiskey. There was regular. It was dark chocolate liqueur or white chocolate liqueur.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
And yeah,
And hear me out on this. There's not a great selection at this at any store out here. You know, it's like we're at the end of the line, so people just, even the people that run a great business out here, get what they can get. And like they have to try really hard. They have to go way out of here to bring things in, or they have to accept whatever people deliver.
It gets there. Yeah.
We're at the end of the supply chain.
Yeah.
Terlingua's not on the way to anywhere else. They come down here and they go back, and so we get what we get. And this was literally the best thing on the shelf at the liquor store today for the tiny airplane bottles that they have. This is like, it was a hard decision to choose this above everything else. I mean,
but you're right though. You hit the nail on the head. I wanted to hate that.
I wanted to hate it.
There's no way. It's
just too good.
Probably the second time I've drank it because somebody left a bottle of this stuff at my house. And I didn't want anybody to know that I was secretly drinking this whole thing. They were like, hey, you got any of that peanut butter whiskey left? I'm like, oh, well, somebody must have drank it all.
Yeah. I wouldn't drink that crap.
So good.
It is.
I actually have a half a bottle of it downstairs. And I don't mean a half an airplane bottle. I have a half a bottle.
You tasted out of a plastic airplane bottle, man.
Yeah, no, I got a big bottle myself. That's all gone. To me, it tastes like Zag Nuts. Remember the Zag Nuts?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're right. It does. You know, I wouldn't mind.
There you go.
Okay. Done.
I love his style. Now, if you had a big sticky stout, you pour that into a big sticky stout.
Hell yeah.
Now you're talking.
I wouldn't. You know what? You know what I'm going to try. You know what I'm going to try. I'm actually going to pour a little bit into a Nautical Twilight later.
That would be peanut butter and coffee.
Might be good.
That'd be a beautiful thing. I got to go out and get me more Nautical Twilight. I only had the one can you gave me. Really enjoyed that. I got to find more. We're kind of like
we got to get Tony some beer. We got to get Tony Tony and Tom.
We keep
saying Tony and Tom and John. We get the three of them. We have to get the three of them some beer. We have to.
Hey,
we got to stop drinking it all first.
That's the problem.
You should roll up the beer in a T-shirt too, and to keep it from bumping around on the other beers. And
fair enough. Yeah, it does that. It does work like that. Yeah.
And I'm sure he'd appreciate some stickers.
And I'll send you a photo that you will not be able to believe, my friend.
I don't want to know.
All right, you know what? I'm intrigued. A little scared, but intrigued. A little scared.
You don't have to use it. You can just know that it exists.
Curious, morbidly curious.
Exactly.
Listen, P.O. Box 25 is all you need to know.
P.O. Box 25.
Love that story. That was a great story.
That's my address.
We know.
We know. We're
wait a second. Did you finish getting all the letters yet?
Oh, I didn't tell you guys about that?
No, you told us about the letters, but did you finish? Did they finish?
Oh, yeah.
They did.
Wow.
Okay.
Listen, let's go. Come on.
So catch everybody up. People were sending Tony random letters, not a written letter, one friggin' letter, right?
One letter in the mail.
One letter at a time.
And it was it seemed to like maybe be going somewhere and like spelling something, but then who knows? But it did spell almost shit dang, which we knew. Hey, and this guy, like when I finally found out who it was, I called him out on this, and he laughed so hard because he left me waiting for the D. Every letter in shit dang except the D, and he saved that for last, so because he knew I would post something at some point, and then I would get to that point, and I would say, "I got everything shit dang, but I'm waiting on the D." And I fucking did it, man.
Got you,
so we called him out on that. It was him. It was him. You got him.
I didn't even get the joke until I posted something about when I finally got the D. And then I got the D, and I was like, "Yeah, I got the D," and everybody's like, they're all fucking laughing at me. Everybody on the fucking internet was laughing. And he is sitting there going, like you never could have imagined.
That is awesome.
I mean, he did. He thought he knew how cool it was going to be. But
That's
anyway,
awesome. I love it.
so finally, it comes down to it, and I don't get shit for like 4 months, right? That's why I probably hadn't mentioned it. And then, totally out of the blue, I got one of them again, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. Like I brought everybody back online, like the fam and the friends, like everybody that's following the shit, everybody that stayed here with me over the course of the months. Like they're all like, they saw the shit laying out like I was a cop working on a case, you know, like they're like, man, I think he's losing his mind. And I was, shit. And so I get another one and I'm like, oh man. So I bring all the shit out of the box and we lay it all out again and start looking at it. And like, it still doesn't make any sense. Like, who's doing this shit? And then I get one the next day. My buddy Brendan Boone, he had just gotten back from Costa Rica. And before he left to Costa Rica, he said, hey, can I bring you back anything? I go, well, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what they have there, but like, you know me, like, give me something cool, you know? And so I get this package in the mail after he gets back, and it's, I open it up, and it's a little painting, little oil painting about this big. It's a guy sitting on a toilet in the middle of a street with a beer. Great. I'm like, this guy gets me. Like, he knows what's up. And I pull it out of the box, and then underneath it, there's this postcard with the letter, I think N, written on it, and like drawn in there. And there's like it's an L, I think, and there's like a guy I don't know, a whole little sketch. And I'm like, that's weird. And at the bottom it says 18 of 18, and nobody else would have known how many letters there were, because I stopped posting about it at a certain point because they dropped off, so nobody knew anything for a while. And when it said 18 of 18, I was like, you son of a bitch. No, I called him. I called him on the phone. I go, man, are you fucking kidding me? And he goes, ha 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 ha. And he got his entire family, his friends, his wife's family and friends, like every trip they had planned over an entire year. Like he sent shit out with them, and like he coordinated his whole thing. So anyway, there's more to this. And I want to put together a thing with him, like a live presentation we do of this, to tell this story from his perspective and from mine. And that's something I hope to get recorded next year and something to put out so I can send you a link to watch.
It's awesome. Yeah, we'll put it up. Absolutely.
And his name's Boone?
I don't think anybody's ever pulled a prank like this, man.
That's an awesome prank. I love that.
Like nobody's.
What'd you say? His name is Boone?
Boone Street is his Instagram handle.
Boone Street.
Boone Street. I'm following him right now. So
the Boone Street, man. That's
he's one of my goodest homies out there, and a frequent visitor here, and we get into all kinds of trouble. Hey, I mean, we're about to complete the Costa Rica connection. Jen and I will be heading to Jaco next month. I'm going to go find the artist that painted that painting, get him to paint one of us sitting on toilets.
Nice.
Drinking beers in the middle of the street.
That is so romantic.
He's Boone
Not for
Street.
us.
I'll look for it later. There's literally a bunch of Boone Streets.
It's not over, man. This prank's not over at all.
There's literally a bunch of Boone Streets.
18 shots fired. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens next.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'm going to my third beer. That deserves a third beer.
All right.
What is your third beer?
I've got about maybe 15 minutes left.
All right. Well, on that note.
Oh, God, this is so good.
Tell us what your beer is. Tony, you got 15 minutes. You can have another beer.
No, I'm still drinking this Bad Santa. I'm sipping.
Are you drinking Bad Santa? Sipping on it? Okay, that's fine.
Got some screwball in there, and he's.
Oh, you got that in there too. Yeah, that's right. I got you.
I'm not, exclusively together. I'm kind of sipping on one and sipping on the other.
They work.
And sipping on them together.
So, tell us what your beer is. I'll open my third, and we'll do our top threes. Go ahead. So
my third is Epitome.
Is your brother still coming?
Maybe. We'll see. Don't touch that.
I'm leaving it alone. So Epitome, or say it with me. Come on, the right way. 1, 2, 3.
Epitome.
There you go.
There we go. You got to say it that way. It's either Epitome or Epitome.
Oh, such a good beer. All right. I will open my third for the holiday spirit. Have to drink it. Just took it out of the cooler bag. I was wrong before. My
you
bad.
told me.
No. My bad. It's Saint Bernardus, but this is a 3-year-old bottle of Saint Bernardus. So
that's excuse me.
This bottle.
I would love to be sitting there drinking that with you. I love that beer.
This bottle was bottled before the pandemic.
Ooh. So it has
pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic Belgian Christmas ale. So there you go. Good. And I'm going to drink it out of the brewery strong glass that Alexis was drinking out of 2 weeks ago.
The very same one?
Well, no, that's all right. The same glass, but not the same one she had. But
same. Okay,
mine.
I just thought maybe you went over there and just stole her glass.
I did not.
No, wouldn't put it past you.
I wouldn't either, but I did.
This has got a nice look at that. Let's see how that head moves there. That stuff got me mesmerized here.
Memorized?
Memorized. I'm hypnotized by this.
Right. Got a little bit of a. You know what? It's the holidays. Always time to give a nod to like throwback of former shows from years ago. Right. You got a Liz pour going on with this one.
You did Liz pour the hell out of that thing.
Hey, I've been to 3 different bars in the past, probably, I don't know, a month or 6 weeks.
Yep.
And people literally filled the beer so close to the top of the edge of the glass. I couldn't even believe it. Like, I thought it was a joke.
No head, just the beer right up the top of the glass.
No head. And they were like, and they explained it to me by saying, like, hey, around here, we give you the full bang for your buck.
Nice.
I was like, man, I think we need to get back out here and start teaching some people what pouring the fucking beers on.
Exactly right.
I mean, it's like I don't want that kind of thing.
I like the spin on it, but
right. No, but
not really where we're going with this.
They didn't all say it the same way, but they really were kind of telling me the same thing, and I was like, it's like somebody's running around telling them this is a thing, man. Like I didn't know. Like I was like, wow, it's weird. No head. Like literally a beer filled to like with surface tension, holding it in on the top level.
Like a dome of the liquid, yeah. Have I mentioned I love this beer?
Look at that. I got extra head on that one.
There you go.
I wish I hadn't chugged all the rest of this other one. I could still get a good head on it. No.
Nothing. The head on this beer is just amazing. It really is.
Yeah.
Right.
You're going to get some Belgian lace off of that thing.
Right. So Tony's got 15 minutes. Let's do our top threes right now. Hopefully you get Bryan on a little bit, but
it's tradition because the first two just before Christmas shows,
Christmas week shows, we'll call
I had done at my brother's.
Well, the first one you did at your brother's. The second one you did with your brother at Nobo Brewing.
At Nobo with Darren.
With Darren, right.
Don't follow Darren on Facebook. There's some weird stuff going on there sometimes. I'm just saying.
Well, just saying. Yeah, just saying. But in any event, tonight's top 3 list, okay, is top 3. I'm gonna put it up. Top 3 favorite Christmas movies paired with beers. Top 3 favorite Christmas movies.
We know one of Tony's.
Paired with beers. So, Tony, have at it. You go first. There you
go. Oh shit. Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna have to go with Bad Santa. I mean, that's a fucked up movie, man. I liked it, but I play Santa Claus, and I try to like, even the crazy one we did at Austin Beer Works, the wilder Santas I've done, Craft Santa, I've been at the Austin Beer Guide, Best of Awards every year, like, but. Santa, it comes with a code, and I've never brought myself to be a bad Santa like that. Like if you wear that thing, some kid's looking at you, and you need to feel that good about. At least there's something good left in the world, even if you believe in Santa Claus.
And there's something to that. I gotta agree with you.
I mean, like there is a Santa code. I don't believe in like I'm not a card carrying member of some sect that we believe is a sacred thing. But like, you know, I don't even think Santa Claus. Like, now that I go back in time, like I almost kind of wish I could have told my kid, hell no, there ain't no Santa Claus. We all work hard for this shit, and that's why we give it. You know. But anyway, being Santa's fun, and you can do some good with it. But you should do good with it if you're trying to be Santa. So get this bad Santa beer and forget about bad Santa.
And tomorrow is my department in my company's Christmas party. And last year, my boss at the time made me do the presentations and all that. And I think really what he's setting me up for, because he knows that eventually I will be the oldest and fattest person in the building. So I think I think he's setting me up to be Santa Claus at some point on this. And so we're going to see, because he's running it this year. If he somehow or another talks me into doing the presentations again this year, because we all know I hate public speaking. We'll see if he ropes me into it again, but I will accuse him of doing it only because he thinks I'm going to turn into Santa Claus in the next couple of years, because I'm going to get.
Listen, I'll just tell you this. This is how I always ended up on the basketball team when I was a kid. I never wanted to play, but I was taller than everybody. So.
Awesome. So you're saying just because I'm fatter and older than everybody, I got to play Santa Claus?
Fuck that. Get up your rights.
Well, the hair's going white, so we'll see.
Hey, look, this is all the Santa beard I could muster. I don't know if you can see it. It's not
Oh
much.
yeah,
yeah. You got some gray. You got some gray going there.
I got my. I actually just
long right now.
I actually just trimmed mine, so it would have been a little bit longer.
You got the most Santa look going on right now.
Yeah, this is 2 days growth for me right here. So
you got the hat. You're still wearing the hat.
He's got the hat. Yeah, I took my hat off.
You got the hat, of course.
What Giants?
New York Giants.
New York Giants, yes. New York Giants. So
even in Texas, you recognize a good logo.
Love it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So there's no America's team going on in Far West Texas?
What's that?
There's no America's team going on in Far West Texas?
Oh, you're asking the wrong guy, man. I don't watch.
You don't care.
I watch the sun and the sunrise.
You think
I know I was. That's why I said it. That's why I was kidding.
You think Honey Badger doesn't care? That's nothing compared. That's nothing compared to Alacron.
Alacron don't give a fuck. No. All right. My next beer pairing is Home Alone.
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
What is it? You broke
Home
up.
Alone.
What was this?
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Home Alone is the movie. Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna pair that with Hans Pils, man.
Hans Pils.
Hey, listen, when I'm home alone and nobody's looking, it's the only beer I really ever sit around and drink at the house by myself.
In your underwear.
How else?
Come on.
Underwear? What the hell is underwear? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true.
And then the last one is going to be my last favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard, and I'm going to pair that with Hans Pils too. Because Hans is like
that definitely goes because you got Hans.
Yeah. You can't not pair that with Hans Pils.
I mean, I can't not. Hey, and you have to know, you're on Facebook, so you can search this. There's a group that I'm the co-founder of. There's only 2 of us. And it was called Hans when it started. And it's a fan page about the one beer. It's not about real ale. It's not about anything else. If you post anything in there besides Hans, we tag your ass and we kick you out of the group. I mean, we're hardcore.
There you go.
And it's been called many things. Right now, it's called Only Hans.
Only Hans.
And,
so that's Hans. That's Hans Solo.
And we've actually like flagged people's posts because they try to make the Hans Gruber joke every year around this time of year, and we have to kick a lot of people out of the group around Christmas time because of their references that don't actually include a Hans Pils. So Hans and Hans, that's where I'm going.
I saw something yesterday that broke my heart.
Oh, no.
Bruce Willis came out
with the shittiest movie.
Nope.
Have you seen that movie?
No. I haven't
okay,
seen that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but like we'll come back to this.
But he actually came out and said that Die Hard is not
a no. He says it all the time. I've heard him say it. I've heard him say it a bunch of times. He's
Yesterday
wrong.
was the first time I
He's
saw
wrong. He's
it.
wrong.
I don't
He's
care.
wrong.
You played.
He's
You
wrong.
played. He's wrong. He's wrong. It is a Christmas movie. At the very end of it, you're in the back of the limo with the gift for your kid.
Mhm.
It's a Christmas
No,
movie.
and it came out around Christmas time. It's a Christmas movie.
And it happens on Christmas Eve.
Happens on Christmas Eve.
Hey,
It came out around Christmas time.
And it ends on Christmas Day.
last Bruce Willis movie that I just watched came out. Like, I don't think we have to listen to that guy talk about anything anymore. Terrible, man. What was it called? No,
I don't even know. I don't even know.
A really bad one.
I'll find out right now. Hold on one second.
We'll get it here in just a second.
I got it right here. Hold on.
What are we talking about? A movie to avoid. This is an Alacron.
Brand new.
Alacron gives it one scorpion.
Detective Knight.
Nope.
Is that it? No.
That probably sucks too.
Paradise City.
Wrong place.
Wrong place.
Wrong place.
Wrong place. Wrong place. Yep.
Oh man, it
Right
was.
place.
Honestly, I continued to watch this movie because it was so bad.
All right, here you go. Here's the plot summary. A methamphetamines cook hunts down the former police chief of a small town in order to silence him before they can deliver eyewitness testimony against his family, but ultimately finds himself up against more than he had bargained for.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to watch it just reading that, let alone from what you said. So there you
It
go.
looks like somebody shot it for their high school English project.
Yeah, I'm good. All right.
There you
So, like even the last Die Hard was suspect to me.
Yeah.
So,
I'm drinking a lot of Hans pills, and
there you go.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, I mean, hey, we don't get it out here very often, and we've had some kind folks drop some off, so we've been a little flush with it. And,
Oh, there
very
you
nice.
go. That's
Very
a good
nice.
thing.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, Dave, you're
Oh,
up. What are yours?
You guys haven't seen this, and I'll
go
send you a video at some point. But we actually are about to tap in. We're doing a Hans Pills shower tap. I'm plumbing in some beer lines at my buddy's new shop here in Terlingua. We're gonna put one in the kitchen that drains into the sink, so we don't have to worry about a drip tray. And then we're gonna put another one, a tap on the shower wall. Like, I've actually already installed the tap. I'm just gonna run the beer line.
That's awesome.
That'd be
Shower
awesome.
beer.
Shower beer whenever you want. Kegs hooked up. Go for it.
And you know, anybody, no one can argue this. A shower beer is a thing.
Absolutely.
It's a thing. It's a thing. Cry about it if you want, because you're just wrong.
I will have a shower beer if unless I'm showering at like 7:30 in the morning. I'm having a shower beer.
Yeah, if I'm doing an afternoon beer, if an afternoon shower, a beer comes in with me.
Right. So, there you go. All right.
All right. What's your
All right. What are your go Samurai? What are yours?
So I actually have 4.
I'm shocked.
And
You would.
and they were all going to be just paired with boat beer. But I'm like, no, let me get a little more clever than that. Because that's what every movie I watch, I'm drinking a boat beer when I'm watching the movie. And John and I talked about that. We usually don't like to double up on each other's top 3s, but we did realize that we could pick the same movies, but we're probably not going to pair them the same way.
beers, right?
So we didn't really bother vetting with each other this one. So I'm going to go. These are in no friggin' order. But with Christmas Story, I'm going to go with Glasgow Smile for Christmas Story. The reason for that is Glasgow Smile pours a beautiful pink color because it's strawberries and it's raspberries and it's a sour. And it's by Nightmare. So it is a pink nightmare.
Like
So there's no better beer for that than a pink nightmare. Then another one is this movie that is near and dear to my heart. I love The Santa Claus. Right, Tim Allen. That I think that's a great movie. There's so much heart to this movie, and the only thing that I could pair with this is, and these are our homies. We make fun of them on the show all the time, but this is Bolero Snort's Bolnard the Head Elf, and this is a beer that they brewed in collaboration with the actor that plays Bolnard the Head Elf in the movie, because he lives in Jersey. He's there in Brick City. He brews all over the place. And It's Dave, and I always can never remember his last
Dave
name.
Krumholz. Dave Krumholz.
So this is
one of these. Maybe we'll be fortunate enough next year. I know him. We'll be fortunate enough to get him on the show on one of these Christmas shows next.
That'd be awesome. Another movie that like Die Hard, not everyone agrees is quite a Christmas movie, but I think it's absolutely a Christmas movie because it's almost a retelling of It's a Wonderful Life, and that's Family Man.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to find this beer. It's by Track 7 Brewing in Sacramento. I've never had it, but how could you not pair Family Man with a beer? It's an imperial stout called Thickless Cage. And that's beautiful right there. Thickless Cage. I like that. But say it again.
Thickless Cage.
Thickless Cage.
Not Nicolas Cage.
What if it's There's a lot of good beers. There's a lot of shitty beers that have great names.
But this, yeah, and you're right. A lot of shitty beers have great names, but I'd love to try it. It's an imperial stout. How about
I would love to try a beer called Thickless Cage because like that somebody took some time to think that up.
Yeah, you gotta go with that. But I think one of my favorite Christmas movies is Scrooged.
We watched that last night.
Did you? How great is that movie?
I've seen it. I've seen it 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, see, I've got to watch that this week. And there's a brewery in York, England, that makes a beer called Time Traveling Taxi.
I love that.
So I'm going to pair that with that because, that's hot right there. You got Buster Poindexter driving that damn taxi. I couldn't find. So someone needs to make a beer called Bitch Hit Me with a Toaster. Now that one I definitely pair with that because that's one of my favorite lines in that movie. Bitch Hit Me with a Toaster.
That's funny.
Right.
I'm really glad I watched that last night because this part was even funnier. Because
it makes more sense.
Exactly.
Carol Kane was great in that movie. She was such a psychopath.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's great.
The ghost of Christmas.
She's a good
present. She was
present, who's supposed to be nice and bubbly, and she was nice and bubbly, but she was also a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She was nuts. Bitch hit me with a toaster. I think we're gonna have to possibly do something.
But there's nothing about the coast and bitch hit me with a toaster.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it doesn't.
Oh, it might not have to do with the toast. The coast. It might have to do more with Christmas. But
bitch hit me with a coastal.
Nah, nobody's gonna get it. Nobody's gonna get it.
That's too obscure.
All right. So my top 3. All right. So I will one up Dave. I have 5, and the reason I have 5, is 2. There's 2 reasons I have 5.
I left one. There's one that I wouldn't touch because I know John would do it and he'd do it well.
There's 2 reasons I have 5. One, because I have. Whenever anybody asks me what my favorite Christmas movies, plural, not my favorite Christmas movie, my favorite Christmas movies are, there's 5. And so they're all 5. And one of them, and 2 of them he mentioned already. So I'm gonna put one as an honorable mention, and the other one was the first one he said it's my number 1, but I'll leave it at that. So anyway. So I'm going to go in order.
I know you're number 1. You visited the damn house.
I know. So, all right. So honorable mentions. Scrooged. We'll start with Scrooged because that was his last one. So we'll read my first one. So Scrooged. In the first, Scrooged came out in '88. Okay. Same year Die Hard came out, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Okay. Scrooged came out in '88. All right. I didn't have it this year. But that was the first year, the oldest year that I've ever had of Anchor Christmas. Christmas, 1988. So I'm pairing Scrooged with Anchor Christmas, and specifically 1988 Anchor Christmas. Right? Oh, no. Now, Anchor Christmas, they've been making Anchor Christmas since. Anyone?
So what it's been?
Anyone?
It's 48 years. They've been doing
1975 was the first year they.
That was the first one.
1975.
This year's is the 48th iteration of this beer.
1975.
1975 around.
1975.
Most of the people that John and I drink with were not born when the first one.
Exactly. Dave and I were younger than 10.
I was born in 74.
You were younger than 10 too. Well, there you go. So there you go. In fact, most everybody we drink with was younger than 10.
Yes, except for the
If you're -4, you're younger than 10. So
yeah, pretty much everybody.
So anyway,
Except for Rick Reed and never mind.
Yeah, no, Rick Reed. Rick Reed was 40. No, I'm kidding. No, Rick Reed was probably in his 20s actually, maybe 30.
More than...
Anyway, so Scrooged, I pair with 1988 Anchor Christmas Ale.
Wait, so you're not going to do all these and just pair it with the Anchor from that year, are you?
No.
Oh, okay. That'd be lame and a cop out.
No, but it'd be good to like know which years all these movies came out.
There you go.
You know,
that would be a great movie marathon. Every Anchor we have do the Christmas.
I could pretty much tell you because I know. But anyway, my second honorable mention also came out in '88. It's this movie right here, Die Hard. Yeah. And I was going to pair it with, and as a kind of like a tongue-in-cheek nod kind of to what it was. I was gonna originally pair it with Tactical Nuclear Penguin.
Yeah,
one of the most awful beers I've ever drank in my life.
From Brewdog, yeah, absolutely, right.
You got to drink that during the scene where they blow the hell out of
the building, right. But I'm like, you know what? This is when I thought about it. This is where I changed my mind that I'm pairing this with Christmas, at least Christmas themed or Christmas releases or something along those lines. So I'm pairing Die Hard with Sierra Nevada Christmas Celebration. There you go. So,
it is a celebration.
There you go.
Sierra Nevada Celebration is the most wonderful time of the year, man. That is one of my favorite perennial beers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mine as well.
Only thing about the Christmas season that shows up in a store that makes me really fucking smile, man.
Right, absolutely. That beer right there, absolutely, every year. So it's Die Hard, the original first Die Hard Sierra Nevada Celebration. Now, my number 3. Here's my top 3. I'm number 3. Trading Places is my number 3.
Ah, yes.
All right. It is a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie. All right. Now, Trading Places took place most of the movie except for one scene towards the
Manhattan.
end. No.
Wall Street area.
Philly. The end of the movie was they went to Wall Street and then they went to an island, but the entire movie was in Philadelphia.
Okay.
The entire movie was in Philadelphia. So one of my favorite beers right now, and this was my reason, this was my thinking on this particular one. One of my favorite beers right now from Philly is Human Robot Mave 13.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. By far my favorite Philadelphia beer right now.
Which one?
But Human Robot is a brewery. It's a brewery in lager brewery, Czech brewery. They do some other stuff too, but for the most part, they're brewing like Czech lagers and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're in the Fishtown area of Philadelphia, and the 13 is the true Tamavi Pivo that they do.
Yep.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. It's such a good beer. But now, so that's a dark Czech lager. So now I thought to myself, okay, so I don't want to pair that with a dark Czech lager that's only like a year old, right? Because that movie came out, this is for Tony, in 1983. Okay, so there you go. So I'm going to pair that with Cricket Hill's Nocturne Schwarzbier.
That'll work.
There you go. That works for me. So there you
go. I've actually had Cricket Hill beer.
What? How the hell is that humanly possible?
One of those only breweries from your neck of the woods that I've ever had any connection to, but one of my first jobs in the beer business. They make a Schwarzbier, and so did Brar and Sons of Fort Worth. They make one called Lily Pug. Yep. And because of that, they both ended up on a list of the same, some sort of blogger put them together. And I was kind of running the social media for what social media the brewery did at that point. And then got connected with that guy. And he was kind of an outspoken guy, right? The brewmaster.
Rick
Okay.
Reed. Yeah, absolutely.
So Tony, the picture that you had where I was asking about the van and you were talking about the gentleman there, we said looked like Rick Reed. That is the owner of Cricket Hill. That man.
Oh, okay. Wow, man. All right.
Big circle right back around there. Yeah.
I've never met the guy, but we talked online. Like we passed messages back and forth a couple of times about some things, maybe 10 or 12 years ago.
Sounds about right.
I had not heard Cricket Hill until today.
And if you had the Schwarzbier, that's the Nocturne that I'm talking about right here. The Cricket Hill, the Nocturne, that's the Schwarzbier. So
Well, thanks for
now. I will be more than happy to admit the fact that years ago, and I'm going back 15 plus years. I actually worked for Cricket Hill. I was the marketing manager and the New York City sales manager. And my favorite.
Are you saying that there's a possibility that we might have had some online communication?
It's very possible. It's very possible. It's very possible.
Maybe that was you I was messaging with.
It could be. I'll have to go back and think about it.
Messing with or messaging?
Messaging with. But one of my favorite beers that Cricket Hill ever brewed was Nocturne. Cricket's Nocturne.
All right.
It was such a
sports beer, man.
It was such a good beer.
That's correct.
And now they haven't brewed that beer. The last time that beer was brewed was 2012 or 2013. That was the last time that Schwartz beer was brewed. They changed it to my chagrin, they changed it to a chocolate stout. And I'm like, okay, just make another beer. Just call it another name. Keep making the Schwartz beer and make something else a chocolate stout. Nope, they changed it to that.
What is about Jersey? Because there's another brewery in their town that made a fantastic Schwartz beer
and stopped making it.
And then they stopped making the damn thing.
They did. So anyway, I actually have 2 bottles, the 22-ounce bottles. I have 2 bottles of, it's at minimum 9 years old, if not 10 years old or older. I have 2 bottles.
You're lagering.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, no, I didn't have them since then. I actually found them about 2 years ago. I actually found them at a bottle shop. I'm like, there was 2 bottles on the shelf. I'm like, do you have any more of these? He's no, those are the last 2. I'm like, this beer's at least 7 or 8 years old. He's like, that's all we have. I just grabbed them. I just put them down. They're mine.
Mine.
Done. Anyway, so that's
I've been able to collect for the long association I've had with the rise of the availability of good beer around here. I have bought and collected, sometimes on purpose and sometimes accidentally, just had, I got as many things as I could, and I've gotten to taste so many things and so many different, even the bad stuff, like I don't want to ruin a beer, but I want to taste what it tastes like when it's ruined so I can understand why it doesn't taste good anymore. Because if you really want to know everything about beer, you have to try them all. You can't just drink the good.
Yep.
You absolutely do. You do.
You have to experiment.
At different ages.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure. The reason I asked you earlier about the Anchor Christmas thing, I got a couple of experiences. Once where I got to drink a 20-year vertical of that, and once where I got to drink a 20-year vertical of Sierra Nevada Bigfoot.
Yes.
Oh my! Wait a second. 20 years of Bigfoot. How are you standing at the end?
Hopefully, he was drinking it with other people, and he had like an ounce. We're talking 12-ounce bottles. Both of them were 12-ounce bottles. So
everybody was drinking like probably half an ounce of.
Okay.
I mean,
you could survive that. Yeah.
The guy that brought the vertical brought at least 2 bottles of every year. So there was a lot for everybody there, and really. What we learned was like the older it was, the more oxidized it was, and really like the better the beer. But had it been stored or packaged in a different way, what we can learn from that vertical is what we could take forth and do something in the next 20 years, and plan for it and do it better.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree 100%.
You heard the story about these scientists pull up this
from the ocean floor.
Of the sea, and when they get up, they found what they've effectively found is one of the oldest packaged beers that we know to exist. And when they get this thing on the deck of the ship, they one of them, the cork pops out and starts spraying all over the deck, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!" Well, one of the scientists grabs this beer and just starts chugging it. If I dropped a beer on the ground and poked a hole in it by a rock, I'd probably shotgun the rest of it just to.
Sure.
Wow out of everybody standing around me. And this scientist did that on the deck of the ship. And he a beer for the 1700s. And who knows what could have happened to him. He might have died from doing that, man, but he did it. And it was fucking beautiful. And you know what? But to me, what it said was no matter what, man, we love beer. And that's this guy, you can't never fade it. No matter how many times people try to take beer out, it's still the oldest one that ever lived.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. On that note, I actually did one year we did an 18-year vertical, and I'll tell you right now, it was 96 through 2013. So we did it in 2013. So it was 96 through 2013 of Anchor Christmas. So it was an 18-year vertical.
And it's cool.
The best year of those 18 years, from 1996 through 2013, the best year of those 18 years was 1998.
Yeah.
So a beer that was 15 years old was the best of all of them.
And I bet its first year it drank harsh as hell.
Right.
It probably did.
It had time to mellow out.
That's why I'm so excited about the 2022. This is a harsh beer.
You want some more of that though, right?
It is harsh. It is harsh.
It's harsh. It's got a lot of whatever evergreen they used in it. I don't know if I want to get cedar or spruce, but there's it hits hard. And
there's a little of both. I'm getting a little of both.
Right. Yeah. Right.
There.
That's why I can't figure it out. Yeah. And when those things mellow out into this beer, and the softer flavors start to pronounce themselves, this thing is going to be a thing of beauty. And I'm glad I'm putting 4 of them down.
You got something to set aside, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I bought a second 6-pack. I put the whole 6-pack away. I have several. I have 2 left of the first 6-pack I bought. I bought another 6-pack. I just put the whole 6-pack.
Right. So hey guys, I've got to whisk away.
Before you go, let me give you my other 2 really quick.
Okay.
Because I want your opinion on 2 seconds, and then you can go. My number 2 is Christmas Vacation. That's the one that Dave shied away from because he knew I was going to pick it. Right.
One of the greatest Christmas movies of all time.
Christmas Vacation. Now, Christmas Vacation. What does Clark Griswold drink more than anything in that movie? Because you don't see him drink anything other than this. That's why I said drinks more than anything else. Drinks
eggnog.
Eggnog, right?
Yeah.
He drinks eggnog. So in the moose glasses, boom, the eggnog. Okay. Jersey Girl Brewing, the nog.
Okay, I would have gone Kegnog from Kegnog from the Rhode Island brewer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've only had 1 12-ounce can of them ever.
Because I gave it to you.
Because you gave it to me. But I've had plenty of the nog, and I got to go get more from Chuck.
The reason I shied away from it is I was going to use a beer for that called Best Kisser, but that was the first one.
But that was the first one.
Daddy always said I was the best kisser.
Best kisser, yeah. That was just regular vacation. So anyway, it's the nog from Jersey Girl Brewing, and my number 1 is A Christmas Story. It's always my number 1 Christmas movie, A Christmas Story. And I thought about this one. I'm like, you know what? The movie's set in the 30s. Okay, what craft beer that I've had in even the last 5 years, I could possibly pair, or even 10 years for that matter, I could possibly pair with a movie that was set in the 30s. By the way, this movie came out in 83 as well. So 288s, 283s, and a 90. Christmas Vacation was 1990.
So you doing a PBR with this, or what do you?
No. So I thought about it. No, it's funny you say that.
Old style.
I went with an old style ale that was brewed then that I've had recently, and that would be Ballantine Burton Ale. Valentine's Burton Ale.
Man, that's a deep cut right there.
There you go. Had to go with that.
Impressive.
There you go. So those are mine. There we go.
So, Tony, we want to thank you for being on the show.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for hollering at me and asking me to come on with you tonight.
We love having you on the show.
Love having you.
Absolutely love having you.
Always.
You're like one of those great weapons that people love to use, but you can't use it all the time because then because then everyone knows what's coming and they know how to defend against it. So
that's why I hide out as often as I can.
But you keep doing what you're doing, and you're doing some great work down in that area. Love to see that. Send us pictures of this year's festivities. Love to see the smiling faces on all those kids.
Hey, Feliz Navidad y Prospero Año.
Yes, Feliz Navidad y Prospero Año Nuevo.
Here, so
exactly.
Much love to you.
Absolutely. Right back at you, Tony. Thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
We're going to cook some holiday dinners. We'll see you soon.
Go have some holiday dinner. We'll talk to you.
Buenas noches.
You got it. Buenas noches.
Well, I'm not hearing anything back from my brother.
I just texted him too.
Yep. So
So we'll give him a minute or two. We can chatter for a couple of seconds just to see if he actually responds.
See what's going on. There's apparently some sort of incident at dinner, so we'll.
Oh, there was?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So see what's going on.
So we got it. Well, we're gonna have to do this because he appears on every Christmas show. So that being said,
it would suck to not have him on the show.
So I'm gonna do this right now, just in case he can't come on. So you follow me here. I think you'll understand what I'm doing when I do it. Hold on one hot second.
Burp. That's a good burp.
Okay, just in case he can't come on tonight.
There. Oh, so this is one of his plain selfies,
Right?
And PLANE. He likes to take selfies of himself on the plane. Why, I don't know.
I don't know.
Every time he goes somewhere, he'll post up that he's in the airport. This is where he's going. So anybody who follows my brother, you can go ahead and rob the house while he's on some sort of trip. Because he'll post all that stuff up. I'll give you his address.
He's away, right? Exactly.
Just save me get me all the stuff in the beer fridges. There's 3 of them.
Fridges, yes, plural fridges.
And with him living in Florida and all the travels he does, he gets beer that we don't get. So, yeah. So next time he does that, I'll give you his address. Go in there, take anything you want. Just save me all the beer.
There you go. In fact, take everything and just drop off the beer.
Yeah, no. I need you to take the beer so he doesn't know, and then you give me the beer. This is the deal.
Fair enough. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. This is the deal.
I'm looking for one picture that I like the best that your brother has posted. I can't seem to find it, but I'm looking. Crap.
Is it one of his running photos, or
no? Not at all. Not even close. Okay. He has a beer in his hand. Let's see if you can guess it before I find it.
A beer in his hand. There's so many times I've seen a lot of photos with a beer in his hand. Some of them I'm in those photos. Some of them, not all of them, of course.
I know that I've seen this more recently than I'm scrolling.
But you got to remember, he posts about 20 times a day on Facebook. So.
Oh, I know. I like scrolled through like 3,000 photos, and I'm only back like a month.
A month? Well, 3,000 is only a month.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you. So I'm the younger brother. So my job is to troll my older brother.
Of course.
Right. That's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. And his penchant for posting everything that he does up there, this is before he ran. He used to post up his exercise. He posts every.
This isn't the picture I was looking for, but it's from tonight's show last year.
There we go. There's Darren. And okay, so that shirt, I'm wearing that shirt tomorrow to the holiday party, as a matter of fact.
There you go.
That's Darren White right there from Nova Brewing. But so his penchant for posting every meal he's ever eaten, his exercises, runs, and all that, and also his flights. I was waiting for the perfect moment.
He posts when he has the runs, right?
Yeah. Oh, anything he'll post. So he posts up. Now he lives in Jacksonville at the time, and he's going to Seattle. I know this is about a 6-hour flight.
Right.
So I know I've got some time to play.
So, yeah, of course.
So after about 2.5 hours into his flight, I post on his wall, "Friends of my brother, I've gotten quite worried. It's been 2.5 hours. My brother has not posted anything. I fear the worst. If you know his whereabouts, please let me know."
There you go.
No one, of course, panics. Everyone just kind of piles on with comments like,
"Here's a good photo."
There we go. That's with Bruce Springsteen. Yeah,
right,
I remember that shot. No beer in his hand though.
No beer in his hand. It's not the one I'm looking for.
And so a lot of his friends posted back, "Oh my God, please let anything happen to Bryan, because I won't know what to do for my morning workouts if I don't see what he does first."
Right.
Someone else said, "Oh my God, unless I know what he's eating for lunch, I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner."
Right.
And it was just everybody piling on. Now, this is far enough back that there was no Wi-Fi in the planes yet. So my goal was for him to land, get coverage, turn his phone on, and have the phone blow up, which it did. And he went through all of these posts on Facebook. His only reply was, all right, I expect this from my brother. Everybody else, please don't encourage him. He did tone it down for about 3 days, but after that, he was right back to his old self. The funny thing about that picture with Bruce is that night that we saw him after the holiday show, my brother goes to hug him, and Bruce's wife, Patty Scialfa, yells at him because, as you see, we're all masked up. This is during COVID. Yells at him, "We're not touching people." It was just really cool to see, like, one of the biggest.
Patty
stars.
yelled, "We're not touching people."
Yeah, it was so funny to see one of the biggest celebrities on the planet being scolded by his wife.
Right.
And the sheepish look on Bruce's face, like, oh, what am I gonna do?
And who knew, right? At the time.
Yeah, it was so funny.
I got to be honest with you. I haven't found the picture yet, but I'm really hungry.
Yeah, we may have to go to a holiday show without.
You know what I mean? No. Why I'm really hungry?
Oh, because you're going through all his posts, all his the meals and all that.
I'm going to give it another 30 seconds and then screw it. If I can find it. It's got to be here somewhere. Come on. I know I've seen it very recently. Possibly when I was looking for the picture to put on the what you call it for today?
The splash screen.
The splash screen for this one right here when I found that picture right there.
And I love this because it looks like he's got like one of those, like a jingle jangle collar or something, like an elf collar.
Right, yeah.
It's just nice.
So to put that up, but yeah, I can't seem to find it. And I knew it was I know it was close. Like that picture I took. Oh, it's just annoying. Oh well. Well, I'll tell you what. You probably have the picture. I could probably tell you what it is, and you can pull it up in 2 seconds. It's
probably
the picture. No, probably. It's the picture of him and you, and you're laughing, not even facing the camera.
Yeah, that's actually taken. I think that's in Delray Beach at a taco shop. I know exactly which, and that's the thought. That's the one I thought you were going for.
Yeah.
I know that shot exactly. Could I find it in 2 seconds? No.
Yeah, for some reason I saw it like on my desktop. I was able to find it in like 3 minutes, but on my phone to hold up to the camera right here, it's not even popping up. It's just it doesn't.
I could probably. I know that it is a. Okay there.
What was that? Is everything right over there?
Yeah, that's just Carrie coughing her lungs out.
Yeah, it's not popping up, so I'm not going to do it. Let's see if I can. You keep talking, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm going through my Facebook photos. I know it was posted on Facebook. Mm-hmm. I found a couple of others with us. There's one of us at what's that phenomenal bar in Middletown? Matawan.
Maloney's.
There's one of us. There's one with the two of us at Maloney's. This is going too far back now. Crud balls.
Crud balls. No, you don't get a lot of crud balls.
No, we get moose balls a lot when John's watching.
Of course. Yeah, you always get moose balls. Right.
Let's see. That's photos of you. How is that not on this? Oh, there's one, but just Bruce and me. This is the first time I met him.
I'm not seeing it because. Oh, there you go. Yes.
There you go. You notice I don't have a lot of gray in that one. So
let me see it again. Show it again.
It was a long freaking time ago.
That's a while ago. Oh, geez, yes, many moons ago. So
this is my brother and I at Maloney's.
Yep.
You recognize the roof?
Oh yeah.
The ceiling, that is. The roof.
Yeah.
We're not standing on the roof.
I was going to say you're not up on the roof. So
this is us
on the roof
on a Starling Hotel.
There you go.
All right. You can tell by all the paneling in the background.
Now, there's a lot of pictures I could put up here that are just.
Oh, here we go. Okay? Here's one of my brother and I. This is going back maybe about 5 years, I think.
6, maybe 7.
Maybe 6 or 7. Yeah.
I'm looking, it's funny. Let me see it again. Because I'm looking at the exact same picture, right?
Oh, you?
Exact same picture I got right here. Let's hold that up. Hold that up. I'm going to show you.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
All right. Here we go.
Yep, that's the one in there. Yeah, you got it. You didn't click on it, but it's part of that collage that's up there.
Yeah. So, you know what? The picture that I saw of you and him is gone. I don't know where the hell it is.
I can't find it either. This was a taco shop, and every now and then I have to try to find the taco shop, the name of the taco shop, in case I get down there again. I always forget it. Well, he's not replying, so
he's not replying. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to just let it be the pictures today. We've talked enough about him and thrown up a couple of pictures of him, so we can always say that he was on the show, even though he wasn't.
He was in the show in heart.
There you go.
I'm trying to. No, I never. I don't think I ever made it a profile picture. Did I? I know I've got it saved somewhere.
So, all right. Well, you reached out to him. I've reached out to him. He hasn't replied. So I guess something's going on. So it is what it is. So
he's got a family thing going on right now that he's got to take care of.
Fair enough. And
it's a fathering moment, a parenting.
No, it's all
moment.
good. It's all good. It's all good. So, all right. Let me ask you. Don't worry about it. I'll ask you. What do you? So what do you? Have you finished your shopping yet?
My oldest son is the only one I don't have. I feel. Oh Jesus! Here it is.
There it is. That's the one.
When I went onto his profile, the first picture that comes up is this one.
There you go.
I'm wearing my favorite Hawaiian shirt right there.
Yep.
So I think his wife had said something that made us both laugh. We'd had some damn good tacos at that point. It looks like we've got Speedy Gonzalez behind his head there, right?
A little bit. Yeah.
Right, looks like Speedy Gonzalez. But no, my oldest son. No, I did get him one thing. The thing is, because his food and board has been taken care of for the last 3 years, he's got a bank account that is disgusting. So he's wanting for nothing right now. So there's nothing he could tell me that he wants. So all I could do is get him some goofy and cool stuff that he may not get for himself. I still don't feel I've got enough for him. Well, what about you? You've taken care of everybody you need to take care of?
Yes. There's 1 or 2 things I need to go out and get on Friday. I'm leaving it till Friday because I have nothing to do on Friday. So I'll leave it till then. It's a little like me time that I do on Friday, the Friday before Christmas. Unless Christmas Eve or Christmas Day is a Friday, then I make it another day. But other than that, it's the Friday before Christmas. And then I go out and I finish the couple of days, literally only 2 or 3 things. And other than that, I finished. But I would be remiss if I didn't say cheers to the man, the myth, the legend, Jack. Happy 80th birthday. Today is his birthday.
Happy birthday, Jack.
All right. That's my father. We had a party for him over the weekend. I can't believe he's 80 because that means that I'm getting older, but that's besides the point.
Every year you are. Every day, every second.
I think about him and certain things we did, and even when I was an adult already, okay, and things I did with him.
You're an adult.
I thought so. Well, I've been told, right? But
by age
and adult, right? Exactly. And then I thought about how old he was when I was an adult, and he's much younger than I am now. So I'm like, wait a minute, something's wrong here. So we have a comment here. Douglas Smith, how many cases of celebration have you gone through, Johnny? Doug,
not a lot yet.
No, you know what? I am about halfway through my second case. I have the rest of case number 2 downstairs on ice, so to speak, if you will. But I will more than likely by I don't think I'm going to get another case, but I will more than likely buy another couple of 6-packs. So, because I always keep a 6-pack every year. And, so I'll have these other 2 and then another one. I'll probably stop drinking it first week in January. And then, I'll probably wind up getting through these other 2 6-packs that I have. This one I had tonight was the end of the second 6-pack of the second case. So, so I'll probably have the other 2 between now and, next week, and then probably drink another one, into, through New Year's, if you will. But I'll probably stop at that point. So I'll probably get another 2 6-packs. I probably won't buy another case, but in any event, a case and a half I've gone through. So thank you for asking, Doug.
Back to Jack.
Back to Jack.
And the thing, when I moved to Rhode Island, Jack set me up there with a log of Taylor pork roll.
Mm-hmm.
My first meal in my first place, I had actually stopped off and got a bunch of Jersey bagels. And I had
not in Rhode Island, in Jersey.
Not in Rhode Island, in Jersey. I brought them up with me. Stopped and got some cheddar cheese, and I had my first meal in my new place was a Taylor ham and cheese on a Jersey bagel. Washed it down with a boat beer.
There you go.
I mean, that's perfection.
It's perfection, and you can't get much more Jersey than that. You really can't.
And I'm pretty certain I put salt, pepper, ketchup on it.
Salt, pepper, ketchup. Of course, you have to put salt, pepper, ketchup. But yeah. So happy 80th birthday, Jack. Dad, love you.
Cheers.
Hope you had a great day. Hope you had a great weekend, and Merry Christmas. And I'll talk to you tomorrow and see you over the weekend a couple times. And
it's a good thing to finish the beer on.
Absolutely. So, and Doug Smith, on that note, says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Doug.
Merry Christmas, Doug. If we don't hear, we've got one more show before the new year. Hopefully you'll log on then, and we'll be able to wish you a happy new year.
Yeah, log on then. Next week, next week's show is
the big beer show.
It's the big beer show. It's our year wrap-up, 2022 wrap-up show. Matt will be on. The 3 of us will be on.
And we are not allowed to drink anything under 10% on
anything under 10%. So 2-3 beers, whatever we drink, 10% and over. So it's going to be fun.
Traditionally, we do 3,
right?
Which makes, considering I have used all of my time off for the year, it's going to
be difficult.
I've got to be at work the next day.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a hard one because I'm going to do 3.
I know you're going to do.
I did 3 tonight.
I'll admit it right now. I will definitely do 2, and I will pour my 3rd one on the show, but I will probably finish my 3rd one after we're done. So that's more than likely what will happen for me. But who knows? It might not. I might pop a 4th. You might see me passed out as opposed to Dave 2 years ago when Tom was on the show.
That was a good show.
But in any event, so we got that. Week after that, folks, we're actually taking a week off.
Taking a week off. Johnny is heading his way up to Boston.
Spend a couple of days in Boston. Beginning of the year, Boston. 2nd, 3rd, 4th of the year. We'll call it not January, the year. Right? We'll call it. Nothing going on. We're going up there.
You're going to be hitting Bukowski's, I assume.
I will be at Bukowski's.
Getting the loaded tots.
Be at Bukowski's. I'll be at night shift. I'll be coming back with some beer. And Dave, I might be convinced to bring you back a beer because, there's a beer that they just released.
Who's they?
Night Shift. They just released.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, them.
Wait a second. Oh crap!
Yeah. They just released
these guys.
Those guys, yeah. They just released.
So I dropped something on the floor and my clapper went off. And I've got the tree back on.
There you go. They just released this beer for this year. And is it
what I think it is?
And
is it Barrington?
What beer do you think it is?
Barrington.
It's this. It's not this can, but it's this year's version of this beer.
That looks like Bennington. I always say it wrong.
Bennington. Barrington is in New Jersey. It's a town in New Jersey.
Bennington's in Massachusetts.
There you go. Bennington. Yeah. So I might bring some back. Because
last time I went up there, Would I bring Johnny back?
Bennington.
I brought him back some Bennington.
Exactly.
I'm actually going to crack a fourth beer. Just make sure I sleep well.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Yeah. So anyway, so we're doing that. But the week after that, January 10th.
Oh,
so
everyone knows I have been looking forward to the show. I have been begging John to contact John to get him on the show to do this. This might be a 5-beer show.
It's going to be because we have 5.
Yeah. We have. There's so Joe Greta supplied us with one of them. My trip up to Vermont, New Hampshire supplied us with 2 more.
2, right?
What's the? There's a.
I have a smoked beer from Carton, Austin 1.
I've got a smoked beer from Gretchen from Little Dog.
Right, and then we're both going to go out and get
an extra curly. You've got to do it, and you actually Chanclara. You've got to do one, but you save that one for the last because you won't.
That's the last one.
Damn thing after you drink one of them.
Yeah, that's the last one. That's the last one. So
that'll be the last one of the year.
Right. And then so that's the John Hall show. So his Facebook group This Week in Roush Beer. So we'll be talking a lot about that and drinking smoked beers on the show. I may and I don't know. I mean, we can talk about this, and I'll actually mention it here. And anybody hears this, write in, give us your opinion if you want. But we'll talk about this. I would like to do a Schwarzbier show, a Tomave Pivo show, maybe
a dark lager show.
Maybe mix the two. Okay.
No, you don't pour them in the same glass.
No.
Okay.
Right.
No, a dark lager show.
A dark lager show. I would like to do a brown ale show.
We do. John and I have talked about doing a brown ale show. The only thing about doing a brown ale show is John knows that one of my favorite brown ales that was ever produced is no longer produced. I have the shirt. I wear the shirt. I have begged them to reproduce this beer.
I had the shirt. I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, the fire. Yes. But
I was just going to say I don't have it anymore. You brought it up.
I know, but I begged Sierra Nevada to redo Tumbler. I took the tour there. Like the tour guide has any pull with anybody.
No, not even in the least.
And I brought up Tumbler they had a bottle in their showcase. Like, you need to make this beer again. It was one of my favorite browns ever produced.
Such a good beer.
Because the way I look at when you look at the progression of beers through the seasons, when fall hits, this is brown beer season, and Tumbler was the most. It's a phenomenal. The closest thing that I have to it, and this is such a great beer, and that would be from Ghost Hawk, and that's Turning Leaves.
Yeah.
That's a damn good beer, and that's not a shabby replacement for it.
No, not at all. No, it's good. I just wish that they would do Tumbler again. That'd be nice. But
no idea why they stopped it.
So that's the John Hall show is the 10th.
Wait a second. Maybe we need a writing campaign.
Maybe we write in. Yeah, do a write in. Let us know what shows you want to do, and we'll
No.
We'll make them
to get Tumbler back.
Oh, hell yeah! Well, I'll do a call in. I will call. I'll make phone calls. I'll send emails. We'll do write in, email in, text in, call in, whatever.
Anybody listening who has ever had this, even if you haven't had it, you need to try this. Trust me. Let's swamp them.
Absolutely.
Let's swamp them. Let's get this going.
100% agreed.
Let's tell them you need to get this beer out there again.
Absolutely. On that note, January 7th.
But John's right. Write us. Tell us what shows do you want us to do. If there's any particular styles you want us to do a show on.
Yeah, let us know. We'll get the appropriate guests to do that style for that show. We'll do that show. So.
And if it's sours, give us enough time to get enough tagament. Because we're old fucks, and sour beers tend to tear up our tracheas. So
yeah. I mean, I have a constant supply of Tums anyway, so I'm all right. But
you gotta have them when you're drinking sours.
Exactly. On that note, January 17th. Thank you.
There it is.
Math.
We don't do math here.
We don't do math here. Andy Joya from Birdsmouth Brewing will be on the show.
And we had a great time on Lager
Great
Day
time
down
with him
there.
on Lager Day down here, down by Andy.
And my
he'll be on the show
my favorite part of that day was watching Greg's wife destroy another patron doing a milk tube.
Exactly.
She just he wasn't even halfway done by the time her glass hit the bar.
Mm-hmm. And then that was, and we won't mention Ed's name. I mean,
no, we won't say Ed's name. No,
we won't.
Damn it, we said it. Don't.
Damn it. Yeah.
The Capitan, the commander, the mayor.
Exactly. So in any event, so that's January 17th. January 24th, Pete Kulos, Jersey Beer Bites. We on the show. And then we actually don't have a guest booked for the 31st yet, but February 7th. It's been over 2 years since he's been on the show. Chuck Aaron, Jersey Go Brewing, will be on the show February 7th. So
this will be his third showing on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So he's actually been on the show within the past year, but it was the Coastal Brew Works launch party.
Right. As a guest, it's been over 2 years since he's been on the show. He was on the show last May, briefly as a cameo, if you will.
Cameo.
At the launch party.
And his wife stole the scene.
Oh, hell yeah. No, his wife blew him away. And he'll admit that. Absolutely.
Just stole his scene, stole his thunder.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was a fun time. That was one of our go lives at Cloverleaf.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun that day.
So we've done the most live feeds.
Cloverleaf. Yeah,
at Cloverleaf 3, yeah. So
we've done 3 now because we did the beer dinner with Carton, Coastal Brew Works launch party, and the keg tree lighting.
And the keg tree lighting this a couple weeks ago. So
yeah, so we've
been.
We have so much fun there.
We have so much fun. One last check to see if
it's crickets from him.
Yep, crickets. All right, so no, we're not getting any Bryan on the show tonight. So unfortunately, folks, those of you that tune into the show just specifically to see Bryan Cichon on this show every year, I apologize to you from the bottom of my heart. I apologize, but we did have some conversation about Bryan, and we did show some pictures of him. So there you go.
So he was here in spirit.
Spirit, why not? Yeah, and he was on the cover photo too. So there you go.
He was in the cover photo, so that's
traditional Christmas week guest Bryan Cichon.
So that's false advertising on our part. Please don't write us letters.
Well, exactly. So we apologize deeply for that.
Due to circumstances under our control, the scheduled guest could not make the show tonight.
Exactly. Well,
and that would probably be his children. Had probably
exactly.
Something to do with that, so we'll see.
Exactly. So, anyway, on that note, I think we should wrap up. What do you think?
We should wrap up. We should thank Tony for being on the show.
Totally thanks Santa Cron, Alacron, Antonio Alacron, Tony Drewry,
whatever you want.
All of those names, whatever you want to call him. The man, the myth, the legend, Tony Drewry is on the show tonight. Thank you so much.
And it's coming out with us. So amazing to see what he's doing out there, playing Santa Claus to all these children.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna actually text him, make sure that he does take a bunch of pictures when they do that in a couple of days, and we'll put them up. We'll put them up on our.
We forgot to ask him. We forgot to ask him what we and our listeners can do to help them there. I mean, it's too late this year.
Yeah, you know what? We'll talk to him and we'll see whatever we can do for next year.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We need to reach out and do what we can do for this. And for him, maybe it's a matter of grabbing one of your bottles of Cricket Nocturne, our vertical flights of
Anchor,
and just jump a plane, then jump a donkey. And
one of these years we will actually get out and do a live feed, the 3 of us.
Oh God, that would be amazing.
Us 2 and Tony from far West Texas. So,
and hopefully by then he will learn his mariachi song. He can play it for us.
That was awesome. So.
No, he's also learning on. I think it's just not singing. I think he's learning on guitar.
That'd be awesome. I can't wait to hear that. I'll bring my guitar out and we'll learn a little bit. I'll learn some of the bass chords and.
Well, I've got an acoustic bass, so maybe I'll bring that along.
Done. There you go.
There you go. Bring your keyboards, and you can.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We can definitely make that happen. We all right, just gonna do this really quick. Yeah, I figured. All right. Listen, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that James Healy is one of the people that are watching us right now.
Who Noah?
James Healy, Jim Healy.
Oh, I've heard of him. He's
You mentioned he's been mentioned before on the show.
Oh, he's a Desert Storm war hero.
Desert Storm veteran. Yes, he is.
Veteran.
And he also is involved in a brewery, I believe, right?
I've heard of these guys.
Mm-hmm. That would be that one right there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, no, assuming that he's on watching the show right now, we want to thank you, Jim, for your service, and of course all you do for the beer community, and me and Dave and Matt.
Considering he drinks once a year.
Once a year, exactly. But
and the thing is, I am proud to say that I sat with him 1 year on the day that he actually drank.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I'm serious. I'm not even joking. I am proud that I was there for that. Just watch him actually. He didn't just
consume a beer.
And the weird thing is, the best thing is, he usually only drinks one beer a year. I think he drank 2 beers that day.
Two, and sips of others too.
And sips of others. So,
and that was a momentous occasion too, because that was the closing of Muggs Ale House in Brooklyn. And of course at Spuytenduyville before it became an Amaro bar too. So
and we had a really good time. Really,
there you go. And we have a comment from James Healy. Far from a hero, but thanks. There.
You were a Marine. You survived basic training as a Marine. and he's
done, right? And he did say that one time was a good day.
Good day. The day that he drank more than 1 beer.
Exactly. So anyway, all right. So on that note, what do you think? Time to call it a Christmas show, or what?
I think it's time to close it out.
I think it's time to close it out.
My brother's gonna be a no-show.
It's gonna be a no-show.
Don't worry, as a younger brother, I will give him immeasurable amounts of shit.
Dave will make sure that he gets the shit that he needs to get.
And I will feel bad doing so because I know he's being a dad.
Of course. Well, I mean, look, he's got to do his thing, right? We know it. And then we have another comment really quick, and that is from Tom Mulvihill. Merry Christmas, guys! Great show. Thank you, Tom.
Tom, well, I really hope. I hope to see you before Christmas.
Yes, on Friday night, I will make sure that I do have a cocktail with you on your.
Friday. Wait a second. No, Friday night we're supposed to be. Are we supposed to be someplace else? Where are we supposed to be on Friday?
When you say we, are you talking about me and you?
Yeah. Aren't we supposed to be at Manskirt?
Friday night at Manskirt?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah, I've got it written on here, Manskirt, on my calendar because Joe on the last show said he's got something going that day. Is he not releasing a Schwartz beer that day or something like that?
I don't know. We're gonna have to talk about that off the show. We'll let everybody know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll let everybody know because or go back to the show when we told Joe we'd be there. Now
we can check it out.
Forgotten why we told him we'd be there. Kind of.
There you go. So Tom said definitely Friday though. Absolutely.
Yes.
One way or the other. Absolutely. We will make sure that happens. But on that note, we will wrap the show.
Okay. So Tom, what we've got to do before Friday, you, John, myself, we've got to come up with a Christmas cocktail.
Let's work on that. Let's work on that. We'll have to work.
Does eggnog count?
Of course.
Good.
Of course.
Well, we've already talked about my eggnog. We've talked about eggnog. I do amaretto my eggnog, so I'm not going to cheat and just use that. I'll come up with something else.
Come up with something else. We'll work on that. All right. On that note, though, we will wrap the show for today. We want to thank everybody for watching, and for those of you just listening to the audio podcast, thanks for listening. Don't forget to visit our website, www.logroom.com. That's LAGERROOM.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our YouTube channel. All of them are at the locker room. Remember, we go live with video podcasts on both Facebook and YouTube every Tuesday night, usually around 6:30 Eastern Time, p.m. Tonight was a different issue. A couple of things delayed us tonight, so we apologize for that. But in any event.
Oh, well, I'm going to interrupt you here. Look at Doug's comment. I can't. That is a challenge.
All right, Doug Smith, Eggnog Manhattan. I have to work on that. And he laughed, of course, saying it too. Okay, we'll have to work on that. For those of you
spinning here,
spin the wheels while I finish this. For those of you who just want to listen to the audio podcast, you can do so on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music Podcasts, and iHeartRadio as well. There you go. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one or more of those feeds, and you will never miss a show. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful holiday. Have a wonderful Festivus on Friday. Have a wonderful Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas Eve on Saturday. Have a wonderful Christmas Day on Sunday. Have a wonderful Boxing Day on Monday.
And for those celebrating, we're a day into Hanukkah.
It is day 3 right now.
Day 3, so 2 days into Hanukkah.
Mm-hmm. No, yes, 3 days. This is day 3.
It's day 3. So, it's 2. Yeah, it's okay.
Day 3. We're about to head into day 4 of Hanukkah. So
we're past sundown. So it's day 3.
So happy Hanukkah.
Yep.
And joyous Kwanzaa. And everything else.
I think we passed the start of Kwanzaa.
We're past the start.
No. Wait a second. Hold on. I've got it right here.
Double check.
Festivus is the 23rd.
Yep.
That is coming up, and no, I don't have it on my calendar. Mm-hmm. Why don't I have this on my calendar?
Why don't you have it on your calendar?
I don't know. I usually do. It starts. Oh, I do, but it's on the 26th because it's the day after. It is actually on my calendar. It's just
Kwanzaa starts on
the day after Christmas. Yeah, so that's why I'm looking before Christmas because I thought it happened before Christmas.
Gotcha.
So yes, so Kwanzaa, Festivus, Hanukkah, Christmas, winter solstice, whatever you celebrate. Celebrate it well. Celebrate it safely, please. That's all we ask.
And also, and again, if you're celebrating Festivus on Friday, happy Festivus right there. I had to put that up right there. So.
But what grievances do you have to air this year, John?
I'm not sure if there's any grievances I want to air. I have a couple, but most of them are at certain, powers that not individuals.
Oh, you're talking about the NJABC?
Maybe I don't know, but I mean, I won't air those grievances on the air, if you will.
No, because we have and
because we already have, right? Exactly. But feats of strength. We'll have plenty of. If Dave and I are,
you can take the graphic down now.
If I am, if Dave and I are indeed together on Friday, we'll make sure we do feats of strength,
which is usually just a large
drinking a beer,
glass of beer.
Exactly. Right. So, anyway,
this is water. This is what I drink my water out of. But
exactly. But in any event, have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful Christmas holiday.
Close out 22,
Hanukkah, everything else.
Close out 2022 wonderfully. So that 2023 isn't the bitch the last couple of years a bit.
Exactly. We'll talk more about closing out 2022 next week on the Big Beer Show. Yeah. But in any event, enjoy, folks, and we will talk to you soon. We love you so much. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your holiday, and we will talk to you soon, folks. Take care. Cheers.